Hey guys, I'm Chewy Mew, and welcome back to my channel, but more specifically, welcome back to another Chewy Mew review. Best Dr. Octopus figure. This is the Spider-Man Origins Dr. Octopus, but mine is a custom, so it's better. This is a mold used by Toy Biz for the Spider-Man Marvel Legends, or the Marvel Legends, this really cool display base, and he came with these wireframe metal tentacles that had individual bending claws and stuff. Mine, I ended up losing the tentacles. I don't know how I did that, but I lost all the tentacles on it, which is really stupid. And so I decided, which I actually decided like maybe a year ago at this point, I decided to make a custom. So I repainted the whole body, and also the Retro Collection Spider-Man figure. I took his glasses and I gave it to Dr. Octopus. So those are his glasses, and those look perfect, because on my figure I somehow lost the glasses too. This is some wire used for, like, fences and stuff like that. I used some wire we had in the garage. The tentacles here, these are flowers from this like fake plant my mom has, like, as one of her decorations. I took one of those, like, there was like a bag that had some extras in, so I took them, I painted them silver. They're actually transparent, so it kind of helps make them look like shiny metallic-y. And then they have these little, like, looks like they're supposed to be like the nectar things for, like, the hummingbirds and stuff. I painted those red, and they look really cool. They look kind of like the sensors in the tentacles. These tentacles, I wrapped them up. I wrapped up the wire together to make the tentacles, to plug them in the back and stuff. I had to make the holes on the back slightly bigger to plug these in. And the one thing is, they're really hard to bend. Like the actual, figure ones, they're not hard to bend. They're supposed to be very easy to bend. These ones are very difficult. And this one here, one of them pops out. It's not coming out right now, but one of them pops out. So the reason I made this custom was because this Doc Ock has definitely the best body of Doc Ock ever. Not only that, but then also the tentacles on this figure were perfect too, and I don't know how, but I lost them. I got this one when I was older, when I was 6, in 2006, and I got the Sinister 6 box set one, but I didn't lose the tentacles. I did lose the whole Doc Ock, but I had that other one, which I'm adjusting his tentacles here, so you can actually see the whole thing on frame. The tentacles, moving the tentacles is a bit of a chore. They're not like, they make the tentacles really easy to bend and very posable. So, if you're playing with them, it doesn't take a lot of work to, get them in your pose and stuff. This guy, however, since I don't play with these figures anymore, and I am more about posing them, I can spend, a good, 5 minutes posing these tentacles around. Trying to get his arm straight now here. I probably should have straightened it out before, but I wanted you guys to see his tentacles all stretched out like that. That's how I currently have had him displayed on my shelf. Very cool looking, really tall when you get the tentacles stretched out. And there is Dr. Octopus, the best Doc Ock. Move my light over a bit so I can get closer to the figure. The original tentacles I do think are better than mine, but mine look really good too. Like, they look kind of like, they don't look like the way you'd expect the tentacles to look, or they don't look the way they look traditionally, but I still think they look awesome. That's what we had, and so I painted them silver. I had to paint them several times. I painted them like crazy, and you can see some spots where it looks like clumps of paint there, and that's just because how much I've painted it. And also, to attach these on, I just slid these onto. I decided to make it one day because I was looking at this Doc Ock. He was just sitting in a box with the rest of my custom, random pieces I use for customs, and I was like, I have that wire, and I've got those glasses from Retro Peter Parker, so why not make a custom? Or no, actually, I made this custom before I got the Retro Peter Parker, and so then after I made this custom, I was like, hey, I can give him those glasses, and these glasses look perfect on that guy. Look at that. They look perfect. Also, my face, this guy, I also left him out on my trampoline one time. I don't know why this poor figure got so mistreated. I don't know why. But this guy, I left him out on the trampoline one time, and his face got a little sunburned. He got a little bit pale looking, and looked kind of a little bit dirty, a little pale. Also, his hair's not glossy at all. It's very matte. Like, when you touch it, it feels rough compared to, touching other parts. And then there's the body. it looks just like classic Doc Ock. You can see a couple smudges of paint here and there. And also painting inside these joints is a nightmare. Like when you bend the arm, like on this one, not so much, but like on the shoulder here, they give him this very weird articulation here that you can move his waist. Kind of like he has a ball joint in the waist, which is very, very good for movement and stuff, but it's kind of a strange place to put that. I painted this black. Originally it was silver, just like this little like button on his belt that holds it together. Goes all the way around. You can see some more paint chips off, some more paint right there. That's the original color of the, come on, camera focus. That's the original color of the figure, but I didn't like the color either. I was thinking of just, what if I just made the tentacles? But then I was like, hey, if I'm going to just make new tentacles, I'm just going to paint the figure all over again. The tentacles, this one comes off a little bit just because they're not meant to stay in the, back. You know, this is just wire on figure. This tentacle's coming off. I'm just going to set it aside for now. You see he's got some wrinkles there on his costume there. You got some wrinkles here. He is a little muscular. He's not like, you know, crazy ripped like Spider-Man is, but he's got the big breast there. You can see he's got a belly button right there too. Got a little bit of muscularity. I like the Doc Ock he's a little bit muscular, but he's also chubby too. Like, look at him, slight beer belly right there. Or on the other side, you can see he's kind of like beer belly there. On the bottom, you can see here it says made in China, and because I had to give this a bunch of coats, because this yellow, the yellow and the green, they didn't stay on the original colors at all. So I had to use I use this stuff called acetone, and you just scrub the figure down. You get you get paper towel wet, and then you just scrub it with the acetone, and then the paint comes off. The original paint, like, it gets all weird and like looks slimy-ish. And then you paint over it, and the paint stays really good. Trademark 2006 Marvel. But, you know, overall, I don't know why I say that every video. I always feel like I say the exact same things in all the videos. Like, oh, this looks cool. Look at this. Look at that. Which I really hope you guys enjoy that. Because to me, I'm very judgmental about myself that I like only see the problems with my videos. Which, hope you guys don't think, oh, this kid's annoying. I like his figures, but he's kind of a, you know. I really hope you don't feel like that. But here's the Dr. Octopus. On camera focus. Not only do I think the tentacles look good and the color, this figure is the best Doc Ock because, like, I will say the original one, like the way this figure looked with the tentacles and everything, was the best figure. The Toy Biz one is better than the Hasbro re-release, which is this guy, because the colors. If the Hasbro re-release was this color from the start, it would be on par with Toy Biz. If you like playing with it wouldn't be efficient because the tentacles would fall off, but since I have, like, you know, like an afternoon to just play around posing figures and stuff, I could spend like a good 10 minutes just bending his tentacles around, posing them and stuff. But not only that, the articulation on this guy is amazing. The best Dr. Octopus. Let's take a look at his articulation. The head doesn't look up all the way, but it looks down all the way, rotates left to right. It doesn't rotate all the way around because he's slightly hunched over. The arms rotate all the way around. Mine don't really rotate all the way around because they'll hit the tentacles, but you can rotate them all the way around. The arm bends all the way up. Rotation in the bicep, I think that is. Double bend in the elbow. Rotation at the start of his glove. Hinge in the wrist. You can move the thumb independently and move the four fingers all together. Tentacle fell off there. I'm going to leave that down for now. And like I showed earlier, he has this weird like ball joint in the waist, which that's very good. You can have him over here. You can go back and go forward, and it rotates all the way around. Very, very cool, but very crazy articulation. Like that's really cool. It does look weird, you know, to see him like that, because humans can't do that. But sometimes with figures, you have to just accept it. Like, yeah, that's not how a human moves, but, you know, it works. Like, humans don't have double-jointed elbows. The legs kick up good. I also had to use glue dots because the legs, with how much I played with this, the leg joints got loose. So when you move them forward, the legs go back on their own, but he rotates here in the upper thigh. He can do the splits. I don't think Dr. Octopus could actually do the splits, but on the figure, he can. Yeah, rotation in the thigh, like I showed. Double bend in the knee. Rotation here at the start of his boot. The foot goes forward and back. Doesn't really move too much because of the paint I put. And the toe bends forward a little bit, but it bends down. But yeah, so that's all for this Doc Ock figure. This Doc Ock figure is, of course, you know, like I said, the best Dr. Octopus. It's not perfect because if you have the original Toy Biz one, That is the perfect Dr. Octopus. This is the best, like, Dr. Octopus figure, but the Toy Biz one is definitive. My custom, I would say, is still awesome, but the Hasbro one, if you have the Hasbro version with the tentacles, with the bendable heads and everything like that, that one's awesome too. So let me know what you think about this figure. Let me know what you think about this custom. There is that awesome figure. Definitely, I will say, one of my best customs. Just the painting alone on the figure is awesome. The painting alone looks really good. The tentacles look wild and crazy, but they fit really good. But yeah, that's going to be all for this review. And I will see you guys in the next review. This figure is so perfect, he doesn't need why. Bye, guys.